Welcome to the Performing Arts Center at the Atlantic County Institute of Technology for the first ever Talon Awards. Tonight, we celebrate ACIT's best producers, designers, and artists. Please direct your attention to the stage and welcome the host of Red Hawk Media's Hawk Talk and your host for this evening, Victoria Torcasio.
Welcome to ACIT's first ever Talon Awards. You do not have to be enrolled in the media program to see art everywhere. From fashion design and performing arts to CAD and carpentry, every design at ACIT is born from the heart of an artist. Tonight is meant to give these artists a chance to take the spotlight. I hope you visited the art showcase earlier in the cafeteria and viewed the work of the talented students who submitted for tonight's awards. Thank you, nominees, for taking the leap and presenting your creative works to be recognized. We also would like to thank your families, friends, and honored guests. Without the support, friendship, and love you provide to each of these artists, they may not have had the courage to step into the artistic realm. Later in our show, Red Hawk Media will present their best of categories and recognize several seniors with Special Achievement Awards. They will also hand out the first ever Lifetime Achievement Award. Media will have their moment later in the show. To present our Art and Design Awards, please welcome Haley Groff.
Thank you, Victoria, and thank you to the families and guests and the members of ACIT administration for attending tonight's program. And thank you to the media and photography teachers and the student committee for making this possible. I am Haley Groff, a student in the Medical Assisting Academy here at ACIT. The categories under Art and Designs were judged and selected by a small group committee of local teachers, artists, and photographers. Thank you for being a part of this. All nominees in the art category will receive a certificate when they pick up their art from the showcase. Now on to our first award. Here are the nominees for Best Sketch.
And the winner is Angelica Mercado de Jesus.
Here are the nominees for Best Graphic Design.
And the winner is Aubrey Scarrato.
Here are the nominees for Best 2D Art.
And the winner is Victoria Torcasio.
Here are the nominees for Best 3D Art.
And the winner is Julian Porto.
Here are the nominees for Best Dental Art.
And the winner is Edwin Carrada Sanchez.
Here are the nominees for Best Fashion Art.
And the winner is Tayana Joseph.
Here are the nominees for Best Story Illustration.
And the winner is Madeline Hess.
Here are the nominees for Best Short Story.
And the winner is Arabella Lankin.
Here are the nominees for Best Poem.
And the winner is Falcone Iglesias.
And here are the nominees for Best Lyrical Techniques.
And the winner is Emmanuel Dixon.
Here are the nominees for Best Song Lyrics.
And the winner is Thomas Calabrese.
Here are the nominees for Best Black and White Photos.
And the winner is Moises Lopez.
Here are the nominees for Best Colored Photo.
And the winner is Ariana McLaughlin.
Here are the nominees for Best Portrait Photo.
And the winner is Aubrey Strickland.
Here are the nominees for Best Nature Photo.
And the winner is Haley Groff.
Here are the nominees for Best Photoshop Photo.
And the winner is Emmanuel Dixon.
Here are the nominees for Best Overall Photo.
And the winner is Dana Castillo Soto.
Congratulations to each of our winners so far this evening. And thank you to everyone who put in a piece of our work. Once again, thank you to all of our judges for their expertise.
Our final set of awards this evening is dedicated to our Media Production Academy and ACIT's content studio, Red Hawk Media. To present the awards, please welcome the instructors from Media Production, Mr. Brian Lasavita and Mr. Anthony Hurst.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm Brian Lasavita, and I'm joined by our newest addition to our media family, Mr. Anthony Hurst. He joined Red Hawk Media this year. He joined us this year and has made an instant impact on both our students and our production process. The Media Production and Digital Storytelling Academy undergoes constant changes as we work at the speed of the industry. In an age where AI is showing up everywhere, our focus remains on teaching students to use their creativity and intuition. The tools available to them are infinite, but their choices can be based on the deadline of their current assignment and the depths to which they pursue a story. Do we use Canva? Sure. We need a design that needs some personality and motion, but it also needs to be done tomorrow. Do you have enough time to sketch a design or script a source video? Then we'll utilize the Adobe Creative Suite to produce a unique product. We work in an industry where 70% of the materials produced are copied or modified from another source. So the student's ability to determine their own strategies is essential to their success. Our juniors and seniors take on the challenge of writing, recording, and editing everything produced on Red Hawk News and Hawk Talk. They choose their own stories, communicate with teachers and advisors to schedule interviews, stay after school, and during evening events to document all that ACIT has to offer. Just look around the pack now. You'll find our media students living the life, recording tonight's program and capturing photos, which will be edited and uploaded to YouTube in the next few days. Our theory is simple. If you can produce a story that is both coherent and engaging for 2 minutes, then you might be on your way to developing a movie that can engage and entertain for over 2 hours. Our three main categories were voted on by ACIT students, teachers, administration, our advisory board, and our own version of the Motion Picture Academy, our growing list of alumni. Don't be surprised if you hear the same names a few times, despite our limited categories. These students are the reasons why our shows even make it to air. Well, these students and 2 teachers who pace the room pointing at the clock as deadlines approach. Now, on to the awards. How do you learn to fix, install, cook, edit, or design something? You probably watch a video on YouTube. Most companies offer digital manuals and videos to build and install their own products. This category was born from a 10th grade project, while also becoming a regular segment on Hawk Talk. The nominees for Best Instructional Video are
Alex Demos, Evita Svedas and Lydia Long, Tyler Dutton and William Rosales Moya, Victoria Torcasio, Molly Davison, Megan Pham, Jenny No, Josh Breckenridge.
And the winner for Best Instructional Video is Alex Demos.
I think you saying that.
I don't believe Alex is here this evening, so we will accept on his behalf and award it to him on Monday when we see him next week. If you see him, if you know, give him a big round of applause when you see him.
All right, we'll take next two.
Hey everybody, good evening, good evening, good evening. These next two categories are the anchor and center of what Red Hawk Media does, which is to highlight the students and classes at ACIT. Although there is crossover between our two shows, these stories are often concise, I love that word, yet informative. The nominees for Best News Report are
Hannah Kunyevich, Evangeline Gigi Falco, Ava Lewis, Layla Miller, Chloe Gunn, Lily Strickland, Marissa Garrity.
and the winner is Hannah Kunyevich.
Go pick.
Our final category that was voted on in Best Feature or Interview, it is Best Feature or Interview. These are extended news reports that reach deeper into a topic and into the heart of a story, including performing formal interviews and diligent research. The nominees for Best Feature or Interview are
Noah Simon, Ava Lewis, Layla Miller, Ava Luciano, Hannah Kunyevich and Reese McKnight, and Nasir Harvey.
And the winner is a guy who has a funny story tonight, Noah Simon.
The students receiving special recognition are all from this year's graduating class. They were also my first freshman class when I began teaching at ACIT 4 years ago, so I've grown a little attached to them. They're not just excellent producers and editors, but they're amazing people who have displayed maturity and diligence towards every challenge they've been presented. Surprise, guess what? You've been participating in a capstone project all night, and guess what? You've all passed with flying colors. I'll expect reviews on my desk on Monday. Thank you. The first set of Special Achievement Awards is being presented to 3 young men who created every graphic, logo, animation, promotional video, poster, and invitation for this year's award ceremony. Yes, building this event is their final project at ACIT, and you're experiencing the final product in real time. They were also the lead producers on every Word on the Street segment this year and had a special piece that dedicated smiles to friends and families. Please put your hands together for David Guerrero, Nasir Harvey, and Matthew Wan. Our last set of Special Achievement Awards is being presented to a small group of students who personified living the media life. When they applied for work-based learning in media, I don't think they realized they would also serve as our mental safety nets. They manage our productions when we have to actually manage the class. One young lady kept the Pursuit, our soon-to-be-extinct digital newspaper, breathing for over a year on her own, organizing multiple writing contests and writing some of the most impressive and thoughtful pieces of wordplay to ever come from a high school student. Her work was also nominated for 2 of our previous awards. Another young lady, who's been dubbed the Mistress of B-roll, dedicated numerous afternoons and evenings to recording as much as she could. The patience she showed in expanding her skills beyond shooting B-roll is evident in the 2 pieces she was also nominated for this evening. She could be around here shooting footage right now, but she is allowed to put the camera down and take a night off to accept her trophy. When this young man arrived in my class 4 years ago, it didn't take long for me to start counting the days until he graduated. He went from me begging him to turn in his work to our chief of graphic design, where he became one of the most creative and reliable students I've had in my 11 years as a teacher. He produced graphics for aviation in CAD, as well as designed our brand new logo being currently used on our social media channels. And tonight, I can tell he probably took the night off because he's not in his sleep pants. Finally, the student who took the most responsibility of all. She writes our full scripts for our shows, sets up the studio, records the anchors and hosts, edits what's recorded, adds closed captioning, reviews the final edit, uploads to the web and social media, and prepares our big email for distribution. Oh, and she does produce her own segments, supervises our production schedule, and apparently she goes to other classes and works on stage crew. Please welcome to the stage Ava Lewis, Layla Miller, Marco Soto Rosario, and Lily Strickland.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
To conclude tonight's show, we have one more award to present. Now, this person said we could acknowledge him and to keep it simple. He probably told me that in a meeting, and he knows how much I love meetings. However, he's been too vital to our program for just a simple acknowledgement.
Hi, my name is Tom Petrowski. I'm a media teacher at the Atlanta County Institute of Technology. I've been teaching media for almost 25 years. I've also been a practitioner of media, a producer of media, and a media director. Media is my thing.
Where did the spark for truth start? And did that become an inspiration for you to pursue media?
I've always been, this is going to sound really weird, but a fan of truth. So yeah, I definitely studied truth a lot and even wrote on it a little bit. And before that, I was into media, but I became very intrigued with media's input on how truth was changing.
How would you describe your years teaching?
I never set out to be a teacher. I came to it kind of late in the game. When I went to LaSalle, I didn't study teaching. My wife did, and she became a teacher almost immediately. I had a little bit of a work hiatus. I found out that Absegami High School wanted to start a media program. And back then, no school had that. Nobody had a media program. Nobody even knew what it was. I didn't even know what it was. You know, I just knew that it sounded cool, like we'd be able to play with media toys and learn media. So that's kind of how I got into it. It wasn't like, you know, it was an established media program. We started it. My brother now teaches the program, so it's been going strong for a long time. And that program at Absegami was actually a national model. A lot of schools around the country adopted what we were doing here at ACIT, and they wanted to start a media program. So a lot of the things that I'd done and seen as an educator at Absegami and other places around the country and in our region, I tried to kind of plug into our media program here. We were kind of making it up as we went, really, developing new curriculum and, you know, turning things that weren't curriculum before into curriculum and adapting things. So that was a challenge, but it was also a lot of fun. And
What would you like to tell your media students about fulfillment? And how would you describe your journey on fulfillment?
I started in media back in the 80s, I hate to say it, when we were still doing film and editing on big 3/4-inch tapes. And then the technology continued to change over the years I was making media and teaching media. But the principles have always stayed the same. You still have to develop the eye. You still have to develop concepts. You still have to develop process. I mean, how things are understood, how you put things together so that people can understand them the best. And even with artificial intelligence coming along, which is going to really erase a lot of the technical stuff that I've taught over the last couple of decades, we still say it's the wizard, not the wand. It's the person that makes it that's most important. So I think anybody that's going to get into media from now on are going to definitely have different tools and even better tools than I had coming up. But that's progress and that's technology, and it's a wonderful thing. But we have to learn how to use them the best way, use them responsibly, and make even better media than we've ever made before.
Over your long career teaching, what has been your favorite quote?
One of my favorite quotes in media education is, "It's the wizard, not the wand." I don't know if I made that up or I heard it somewhere, but it applies perfectly to what I like to say to students in media education. Always make sure that you're the one that understands how media is made, how it's being used, and what the responsible outcome would be, not the technology. So it's the wizard, not the wand. It's definitely a poster-worthy quote.
Mr. Tom Petrowski, or Paprika Bay, as he once referred to himself, is one of the founders of our media program and has been more than just a great teacher. He's a friend and a bottomless pit of knowledge. As he approaches retirement, we want to present him with a few gifts as a thank you for all he has done for our students and our program. As he mentioned, it's the wizard, not the wand. It's his mantra to help students get into the production mindset. The meaning is clear. You do not need fancy, expensive gear to make good content. All you need is good practices and techniques. A few years ago, he described how he would turn this quote into a graphic. So we could combine the concept, a little sneaky photo work, a little Photoshop, and a little AI to create this. We've had it printed in frame as a keepsake to remind you of the legacy you leave behind. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Mr. Tom Petrowski. The only thing Mr. P may like more than media and Philly sports is a good name drop. Trust me, I have the text chains to prove it. He loves a good name drop just as much as I love a good spreadsheet. He's gotten a good laugh out of my "I have a sheet for that" for a while now, so I thought you should take one with you. This is a fully laminated version of our production and release schedule this year, so you can take one of my epic spreadsheets with you, throw it on your dartboard, keep it forever. And finally, your real award. The first ever Talon Lifetime Achievement Award, presented to one of the best mentors I've had the honor to know. You may have to bend down to get into a classroom, but you've never hesitated to bend down to get to a student's level to help them. Thank you for everything you've done for me, our program, and our students. ACIT will not be the same without you. Congratulations.